How's it going, gamers? Blackheart in the house, and wow, last time I made one of these videos about theories or discussion or what you want to call it, it got pretty decent views pretty quickly. Not that it's all about the numbers, but that means quite a bit to me, so I just want to say thank you really quickly. And that being said, today we're going to be doing a pretty similar type of video, and the topic I want to cover in this episode today is the mystery surrounding Shadow Freddy and Shadow Bonnie. I'm definitely not going to claim to be the first to cover this one because people have been theorizing about this one for years, way back since 2014. Their reason for existing, what they mean, and who/what they represent have been questions nobody has quite had a clear answer to. So like the previous video I did, I want to clarify that everything I say here is just my own opinions, besides the facts that I take from the games. Before I get straight into it though, why not like and subscribe if you have been liking this style of video? I've been liking it, and if you think I should continue this playlist. But that out of the way, let's get analyzing. And true to my ways of doing these type of topic videos, I think the best thing to do is talk about where we were first introduced to these characters. In FNAF 2, every time you look at the camera for parts and service, there's literally a 1 in 100% chance you will see this rendition of Golden Freddy. But he's pretty purple and shadowy. At this point, we had no clue what this meant or could mean, and we still really don't. But right away, people began connecting him with the purple guy, who also first appeared in this game. Theories ranging from purple guy wearing the Golden Freddy suit to people saying this was Fredbear began popping up around this time, which made sense for that time. However, I highly doubt that's still the case after all these years. In the case of Shadow Bonnie, there's only 1 in a million chance of him spawning in your office, and if you look at him for too long, your game will literally just crash and shut down. Pretty similar to Golden Freddy from the first game. Shadow Bonnie is even more confusing than Shadow Freddy because not only is his model kind of weird, but his behavior is also a lot more odd. At the time, people mostly theorized that he was just a rendition of Toy Bonnie in your office, but it just didn't really make sense. It wasn't until the next game that we got any real form of clarification. There's a bit more to go off in this game, but unfortunately and amazingly, this one raises more questions about the Shadow characters than it answers. What we do get, however, is these secret minigames that show Shadow Freddy leading the classic FNAF 1 animatronics to the safe room in the FNAF 1 building before Purple Guy barges out and just dismantles them. It seemed pretty obvious that this was a alternate Freddy/Golden Freddy costume worn by William to lead the animatronics to their fate, but I also don't think that's the case anymore. We also see a slumped over Freddy during the Office gameplay, but it's debated whether it's Shadow Freddy or Golden Freddy. Let me know what you think down below. Personally, I believe it to be the withered Golden Freddy. Moving on to Shadow Bonnie in this game, we don't see him until we're quite a ways away through the good ending process in this minigame. Not only is his behavior odd, but also notice where he starts out at. This led many, including myself, to believe that there was more to these Shadow characters, and there definitely is. It was a bit sus that there were only 2 Shadow animatronics, that being shadowy renditions of Freddy and Bonnie, who are also the only 2 to happen to have golden counterparts dating way back to Fredbear's. The number one thing we know about these older yellow suits is that they can be worn as costumes with a slightly high risk of dying inside, of course. So most FNAF fans at this point, and to this day pretty much, believe those Shadow characters to be the spirits or the victims of Springlock failures back in the past to haunt us now. I'll be honest, I wasn't going to include the FNAF 4 mentions, appearances in this video because we barely see them at all, but during the Night 3 minigame in FNAF 4, we can see the shadows of Fredbear and Spring Bonnie being cast from the stage, further backing up the idea that the shadow characters are spirits, or at least representations of the golden characters. I would continue on and speculate about Shadow Bonnie from FNAF AR, but to me that's not much of a canon or relevant appearance. However, I will try my best to sum up my overall opinion on Shadow Freddy and Shadow Bonnie. It goes like this. Way back in Fredbear's Family Diner, or at least the first Freddy Pizzeria, it doesn't really matter, the two golden characters were being worn as costumes by employees. All thanks to the tapes we hear in FNAF 3, we know of simultaneous Springlock failures that occurred. Assuming they killed the employees in question, their bodies were probably later removed from the Fredbear and Spring Bonnie suits, preventing their spirits to gain full control of the animatronic bodies. Instead, their remnant, or agony, or spirits appear in a shadowy representation of the Springlock suits that killed them in the first place. Unable to move on, only hopefully help the missing children's spirits to find their own happiest day. I want to thank you all so much for watching. I hope you keep watching. And hey, if you enjoyed today's discussion video, leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss out on future uploads. I've been having fun with this style of videos, these discussion videos. And if you do, I hope you enjoy half as much as I do. Peace. Hold on!